Thank you.
Oh, yeah, you are.
Hi, folks. Thank you very much for having me here today. I'm very much looking forward to speaking to Google. Just a little bit about me. My name's Tobias Carlisle. I'm the Managing Director of Equum Investment Management, and I manage the fund and some separately managed accounts. My most recent book is Deep Value, and before that I published Quantitative Value, co-authored with a gentleman who did his quantitative research through Booth. I blog at Greenbacked, and I'm just launching a new site called The Acquirer's Multiple that is yet to go live. The talk today proceeds in 4 parts. The first part we're going to discuss is the philosophy of deep value, what it is, its genesis. Then we're going to look at some of the behavioural reasons that stocks become undervalued in contrarians at the gate. Third, we're going to examine some ways that we can avoid making those behavioural errors that create undervalued stocks. And finally, we're going to examine a simple metric for generating outstanding returns in the market. In 1927, a 33-year-old Benjamin Graham started teaching a night class at Columbia that he called security analysis. He offered practical counsel for the students who took the class, but the thrust of what he taught was that a security had an intrinsic value and it was distinct from its market price, which you could observe on the stock market in any given day. And he argued that when there was a sufficient mispricing, either the price was at a discount to the intrinsic value, or in some instances where the price was at a premium to the intrinsic value, you could trade long or short and rely on the fact that there would be some mean reversion to bring the price back to intrinsic value. In 1929, the stock market had its worst crash. It continues to be the worst crash to date. From its peak to its trough, it fell almost 90%. In 1932, fully 3 years after the bottom of that crash, the stock market still hadn't recovered. Graham authored a series of articles for Forbes magazine where he pointed out some research that he had undertaken that said that of the 600 issues on the stock market at that time, 200 of them traded for less than their liquidation value. So they traded for less than what the shareholders in those companies could get out of them if they wanted to wind them up. And then a sizable portion of those traded at a discount to their net cash backing, which is after paying out all of the liabilities of the company, there would still be cash left in a bank account and you could buy the entire company for less than that amount. And he said, he likened it to corporate gold, dollars being traded for 50 cents or less with strings attached. And that sort of enduring, iconic image continues to be the way that we think about value investing, that it is an attempt to buy a 50-cent dollar.